Nikio toi.
Ya. Ndoka.
Na ndakina. Nikiwa gucerere.
Wega. Ngoto gucerere ne jeshi.
Wega muno.
Moya ndere nyama.
Niki nyama ne kana.
Wapi?
Waiwa madreki.
Mani okeagira hilo kurese cia Ngai. Wacha kututisha.
Ano ndiaki hanganya maisho. Ndana kinyama okita kuhanga.
Jokete kuhanga hiyo.
Kwata kuhanga hiyo. Aje kia kuhanga osio. Eni.
Ya.
Wakirote. Mwana muno.
Ona
tugucerere.
Yes.
Mara ni wa SALAMA TV. Twa bypass ya Kamaki. Atokira ko kita gucerera mundu witwa Mageretha Atlas.
Morokia hayo. Tigera rangi
na makaga.
Yes.
Wakirote.
Tina hayo kana vujo. Yes.
Mundu hamine enda kumyaterera hi Magere waciarirwo ko. Kwa waciarirwo.
Waciarirwo kwa mami ahikire.
Kwa mami ahikite kore.
Era bathakite.
Niko kau.
Kwa marufuka maheire.
Niko na kumya niko ku hihi.
Ndo ararithira wabira. Ando gajori kiria
wabira. Namba kumya.
Vitore. Na biashara cia maito. Na wabira mwana kwa timie. Ndira gitagataga ndo ho awi. Not my choice. Na mami wathurire.
Mama no thire kuikara. Okay. Hihi wa wathomeire ko. Ako ri mamu wa. Yes. Yeah. Eno wa thomera gacaika ora foi kara gacaika tuthana no kire tauni.
Ni wala mugona mozo.
Okay.
Kire tauni kwa my sister wena riri. Ana kara kwa TV. No mege sanyo kwa TV kwa wewe sister. Ona yo gwito na kwari. Kwa TV. Umete kwani onete ha. Tukiagira chama kemo tena na mono. Usiakiri toka kwa gwito na kwa na great ke. Katili kaya great wao gwito na kwari. Ndere nyama na kwanyu mwari itonga. Aba gwito twari atheni na ndira bataire ciakwa. Mitheno cio kurite. Ndogire na indo zoke.
Mahinda ma Ngai. Mahinda ma Ngai.
Ni muongeza bodo.
Mahinda ma Ngai. Okay. Ana Ngai sio gata ni mani akikihe. Ege sio.
Unaona?
Hato ne.
Mwana ndo mzee tu.
Sio kwa steam yetu. Kyoto na
tera.
Awotera. Sio kwa sirio ho. Agere sikinya ne. Eno. Hii muhembo wewe wa SALAMA kira kumenya Magere no na nikia ka tauni.
Magere nie. Rona mugojwa hae. Atulia yakuhe. Ade modo majita hora ikenda Jesu. Yes. Ni modo majini. Ana ni huja ya kanisa ile.
No ko horerera.
Ndio ndari ande mudogothe.
Yes.
Unatinda hore ni braria.
So ndo kwa sababu.
Ndio alizile hiyo.
Ile tawo. Wanda kusogothete. Yes. Ule hamundo gakomye indo ciwendagia na indo cia kene. Hano kwa mundu cia indo cia nyumba radia.
Ndendagia kila kende. Nyona yo ngenda kwendia weri. Ejere ne kugothera market.
Aza bibi yana
I sell everything.
Nino he. Ndo kwena gari kwena kesho
gari mbere. We normally deal with car things. Car share gari. Kana kendo ngirethera nyumba taki. Kaihori. Sasa ruga tena option ni.
Asa.
No kugura ni no to yaka ni aka no to yaka.
Ya kunywa show kana gawe.
Yani kusikia na vende. Tena jikariro. Gate negatiare.
Abate ko.
Akariro kana dima kana kanyie.
Yes. Na kwa kani aweka ate.
Ndio nini ngitaka kagitagirira thimo.
Ogana ko itira
thimo. Garine. Ngena horo akwa rukia garine. Ona mesaje gari. Masizia to. Ndizo zile marasima gari. Ya kaisho.
So ni nagira mako yakadijiona.
Mate.
Mash.
Na hakio moga na weke. Ani gata gari ko kwa. Ona ni geka ko guru. Ka ko huko. Ndio to marazi guru na to modeni. Yes.
Yo ga guo. So ni gwero ko to kiruta. Wahida rere. Ngiaga rere ko to kuhe. Ukigira kindu metheni ndo wero uyu. So mureri wa SALAMA TV yato Pastor Mark Davis no mothe to Kamakis. Na umwete na Mageretha Atlas mugoki wa hawe ni kwenda mukumenya maundu maingi mamwe igi na besha huraga ni kwenda indo cia ngari na ici nicio ariaga na ruta mutu wake haha hano horuta
ona nyama
horuta
ndio kuongeza ndo hoa
hapo ndio ete ni onega na hawe
ndio kuna ni nagadua
ila neno ni area
ingekuare ina ijajario hana kuda benga let me talk
no pake ro ikarage
kwa kiajario
wewe siana
eni ndio twana tuingire twana 16 atire ile na rongi
okay twana 16 twana na rongi omera gatia
siana ndio twana nebe ile
na maitho na muo
ndio
kama zamana ya fara
ile na menya
Mwema Masaki TV twakorera thina ona guo akoragwo na niguo wira wake na arutaga guo na hota kuigira irio kuria metha-ini ciana ciake cikonagia kuria so muthi twika max bypass na twina Magereth Atlas ta muguruki wa highway muguruki ucio nigo muigite Nairobi no ko wi hau wi mutumia uriga gutire mawira maikarite nyumba onari gutire wira wikuo
azo mugunda
asa
wira ngigada ndio ndirenda wenda wira zoka gicai
wetumete Magere aiga wenda wira no tonde wira na guku ni kuruta iyo coke cia muthenya ihe mundu wi hau ungera kwaria atumia mega gutire mawira ni housewife ungera kumera atia
gutire wira
meke atia
akue Tendira gutire wira ri ana tuyoko ni gutakiri
wewe ni mundu gwetha
ndiri witu wira ya mwenye
wewe tu wira
andu ngue no rihu
aha
yes gutire wira
ndio wale
ilifati
metha wira
are mundu ruona wira ni duta wira ruona wira ya mumikiri ruona wira utukwa wira bezo hari ugaciona
so ni mama mbeca tu wira
kwa tĩri cia korire wacu mũgũnda itia mũkorire toro
au ni magwĩkoma imakoretwo
ũguo ndatiga umagare ima merĩ matatũ nĩ ũrĩkorana na Ngai kũu arĩ ndagũkora toro
mũndũ akĩmera atĩrĩrĩ atumia acio maiga gũtirĩ
gwetha mbi mũndũ wa
metha mbeca ũkũmera meke atĩa mũndũ atikuga gũtige atiokire the mbeca
mũno ona andũ arĩa mena dry cleaners gũkũ mambĩrĩirie na kũhũra
Good people of God, my name is Reverend Dr. Mariare Joseph. We thank God because of the day, and we thank God because of His great care and protection, because God has protected us and He has given us time to be here or to be alive. There are so many people who have lost their lives, but as God has given us time to be alive, and as you well know, today in Kenya is a day that was full of sorrow, was full of anguish because of the 21 children that we lost through the fire from the Hillside Academy in Russia. Very innocent souls that had gone to seek for their academic prowess. Our children were taken there by their parents, and they finally personalized send, and may these innocent souls rest in eternal peace. It was a tragedy because the school has been there for long. It's a tragedy, and this tragedy, we can only see that we are very sorry and we send the condolences. I pray for the peace and tranquility to the souls, hearts, and minds of the parents. I know it's a very hard thing to pass it through. It is very, 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 very painful. But I know God, the Lord of Lords, and God who knows every purpose and every reason for things that happen to humankind, is going to console your hearts, and He is going to make you start again, because He is God. He is the beginning and He is the end. He is Alpha and Omega. We need also to be grateful because of the life that we are living today, because of protection that God has given to us, all of us who are alive today. And we should not take it for granted. We should know that God himself, his hand and his intent is the one that has made us to be alive today. All of us, or most of us in this world, we have people who are very envious and people who would like us not to be living. Not because we have occupied their space, but because of the jealousy that they have, because of simple misunderstandings, and because others are greedy and others do not understand. There are people who do not understand. There are people whose understanding capacity is very low, and others do not reason. And that is why we have a lot of enemies, people who want us to be dead. And I don't know if we die, whether they would eat our flesh. I don't know. But because of envy, because of jealousy, because of evil thoughts. But God has protected us. So we are supposed to be very grateful to God. And we are supposed to tell God, thank you for whatever he is able or capable of doing to us. Sometimes we try a lot of plans in this world, and our plans sometimes do not seem to be working fast. And because of misunderstanding, we see as if God has forgotten us, as if God has forsaken us. But I'm here to tell you that if you commit all your plans and if you commit all your programs to God, God is going to make them happen. God is going to make them happen at the right time. The Bible tells us in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verses 11 that it is God who makes a thing shine at its own time. So God has created a time for everything, a time to shine, a time to go up the ladder, a time to go down the ladder, a time to be at level. All these time are created by God. And God can create your time to shine. And when once you shine completely because you are a star that is gonna shine always. Because God makes to shine. Yeah, today you are not shining because the others who are very shining and their brightness have covered you. But doesn't mean that you are not shining. You are shining, all your brightness is not seen because it has been hidden by others. But your time is coming for you to shine. And when your time comes to shine, take care because God does not work with fools. God does not work with people who are proud. Drop your pride and work with God. Drop your pride and work with God and work for God because it is God who has given you that intention. Therefore, God bless you and may you have a word of time. As you reason on the time, as you reason on the reason for your living, do not think that you are better than other people, and do not think that you are a demagogue. Do not think that you are the best, and do not think that whatever you feel you can do to anybody else, that it cannot be done to you. It can be done to you because all of us are subjects of other people's activities. So what we think we can do to others, they can also do it to us and do it better than the way we think we can do. So the best thing is that you humble yourself and keep cool, keep quiet, watch things happening, listen to people. You can also listen to the foolishness of people. You can listen to words of wise, and also you can listen to words of fools, because both of them may have value in your life. Because when you listen to the sayings of the fools, you will understand you don't need to talk like a fool. And when you listen to the words of the wise, you'll understand that you need to talk wisely because you are a wise person. So we learn through both ways. You learn through the fools and also you learn through the wise people. You can also look at the actions of people and the intentions of people. People have bad intentions in their hearts. People will always think bad about you. They don't value you. They may pretend to value you because you are doing something to them. But when a time comes that you are limited, that's when you understand that we have more fools than wise people. That's when you understand that we have more ignorant people than informed people, because this is what happens in life. And therefore, take heart and work with the Lord. That's why the Bible says, trust God with all what you do. Trust God with everything that you have. Trust God and do not put your trust in human being, because 98% of the human beings that we have, they are all evil. They are all against your life. They pretend to be good, but they are not good. And therefore, you may be wanting them for the best thing, but to them, they can tear it down because they are evil. Evening is coming, morning is coming, and a day will be there. Because when God created all things, it came into the evening and it came to the morning, and that was another day. So when the evening comes, it starts with darkness, because darkness was there before the light. And therefore this tells you that a day will always start with the darkness. Your time will start in darkness. Your time will start when things are not working, when things are not good, when things are not effective, when things are not working well. But at the end of it all, your day will have brightness. The morning will come. That's why the Bible says that cry is always at night, but joy comes in the morning. So when it is at night, you have cries. Evil people does their activities during the night. They don't want to do it during the day. They do it during the night because they are evil. And therefore, the day starts with darkness. Our life started with darkness. We are in our mother's womb, in that great darkness. But one day, one time, we saw the brightness of the sun. We came into this world where there is sun, where the brightness of the day is so great. So when things are not working well, it is at your night time. But when brightness will come, you'll have great and wonderful expanse, because things are going to work well for you. So trust in God and let God be your guide. Fear no man. The Bible tells us, do not fear those who can do nothing to your soul, those who can kill the body and do nothing to your soul, but fear him who can kill the soul and who can also kill the body, who has the power over everything else, and that is God. Do not fear any man, but fear God, and your time and your life will be better. Remember that there is nothing that is done by any man that has never been done to another person. Okay. Whatever a man can do to you has ever been done to another person. You are not the first person to be done so. There are several others who have undergone the same. If it is tribulations, several others had gone under those tribulations. If it is jibes, several others have undergone those jibes. If it is abuse, several others have undergone those abuses, and so on. And therefore, through the power of God, fear no one and trust in God. God bless you. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Maria Joseph. Have a nice time and God bless you. This is also another time that the Lord has given to us, that we shall be happy and joyous in it. The day when God makes the day and when God keeps us within that day. Because God created the day and He created also the night. And when God creates the day and makes us to live in that day, I mean the hours that we are in the light of the sunlight, God gives those hours to us so that we can be able to work, we can be able to have an expanse, we can be able to see His glorious creatures, and we can be able to see His glorious creation, because He created everything being very beautiful in our eyes. We can also see His power in what a man has done, because man has also innovated many things that are into being. We have the buildings, we have the vehicles, we have the bicycles, we have the cow kraals and so on. So many things that man has invented because of the knowledge that he was given by God. There is aeroplanes, there is also the ships, and so many things that the man has also created because he has the intent that was put in him by the breath of God. So when God breathed into the man, into the dust, into the Adam, then the man got the spirit of living. And with that, he got also wisdom of innovation, and he got also the power to invent and to come up with new uh, ideas and new ideologies and new happenings, because every man has a vision, and that is why God told Habakkuk to write the vision in big numbers, so that whoever runs can be able also to get into read the vision that has been written in big numbers. This afternoon and day that the Lord has created is an afternoon that we need to have a thought of the day. And my thought of the day today, it's not in political issues, it's not in the religious issues now, but it is on an in individual capacity. That is, I want our thought today to look into your capability, into your capacity, into yourself, into your being, and ask this question. Do you take stock of your life? Do you take accountability of your life? Do you account for whatever you do in the life? Do you sit down and think and plan on the way you want your life to be? I know we do what we call resolutions. We do the yearly resolutions. We do even monthly resolutions. But do these resolutions become realizable? Are they achievable? Are they measurable? Are they realistic? And when we come to the realistic of matters, I want us to go deeper into evaluating ourselves, understanding self, and evaluating your capacity. It's something that we call SWOT. That is the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threat. In most cases, people keep on singing about it. But have you ever sat down as an individual and ever rated yourself on such issues? What is your strength? What are you good at? What can you be able to achieve at an easy degree? What are your weaknesses that makes you fail, that makes you not succeed, that makes you not be active? What are your opportunities? You get your opportunities through your weaknesses and through your threats, so that you can add to your strength. What are your opportunities? What opportunities are there for you to be able to grab them and embrace them? Finally, what are your threats? Because every human being has a threat, and every human being has a weakness. We use our weaknesses to go up the ladder when we get somebody who can get hold of our hearts. But our threats, we cannot use them to go anywhere, because what we need to do is to reduce the threats. And in human life, threats are more than. Threats are number two from opportunities, because opportunities are everywhere. Open up your eyes and see opportunities. Open up your mind and you see opportunities. Open up your intent inside and you see opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere. They are great. They are everywhere. Then they are followed by your threats. Why do I mean they are followed by your threats? Threats are also everywhere. You can call them risks. In other words, we live as we risk to live. We risk to do anything. We risk even to talk. Even what I'm talking now, I'm risking because somebody may listen to what I'm saying and he creates a threat. He becomes a threat to me, to what I have ever spoken. And that is why you see politicians are always ensnared with their talks, because threats are created from whatever you do on your daily basis. Threats are always there. They are waiting for you. Every area, every single of your life, in your talking, in your actions, in your day-to-day work. You are a teacher. A threat is waiting for you. Punish that child, and then people will create a threat over that, what you have done. Okay? Fail to mark that book, you have a lot of threats, because people will tell you you are not working, you are not capable, you don't have capacity, you have a lot of threats that will come across you. Okay? Marry, it's a threat. Marriage is a threat. Do not get married. You are in threat each and every time. So everything that you do is surrounded by threats. The person you see next to you, you may think he is the best person, the best friend of you, but he is the greatest threat that you are holding in life. Okay, so opportunities are all over, and the same as threats. But strength and weaknesses are limited within your capacity. You cannot sleep on two beds. Okay, you'll only sleep on one bed. You have the strength of sleeping only on one bed. Okay, I want to mean that strength and weaknesses are limited into the personal life. They are very limited. What is your strength is not a strength to another person. Maybe what is your strength is a weakness to another person. Okay, meaning that they are limited. You cannot go beyond your strength. Okay, you cannot go beyond your strength. Okay, it's like you cannot eat food beyond your fill. When your capacity of filling your stomach reaches, you leave the other food on the table. That's your strength. Okay, then your weaknesses, they always try to detract you, to distract you from all your capacities and from your power. You have weaknesses. What we try to do, we learn from other people so that we can reduce the weaknesses that we have and add on our strength and opportunities. When you reduce your weakness, you add an opportunity of getting strength, or adding a point of strength in your life. So you can earn strength because I've told you it is limited. Your strength is limited with the kind of knowledge that you have, with the kind of resources that you have, with the kind of mentality that you have. You have a mentality of expansion. Then your strength will be greater than the one who has a mentality of poverty. You see? So when you evaluate yourself and understand the weakness that you have, and know the weaknesses are limited and you can reduce them to add to the point of your strength, and when you reduce them, meaning that you have an opportunity to reduce your weakness and you have an opportunity to add to your strength. That's why I've told you opportunity is all over. And still, when you're adding the opportunity, you get more threats. It's like when you get more resources, you get more mouths to eat. You get more people relying on that. Because the more resources you have, the more people you feed. That's how threats are also. The more you raise up into the ladder, the more enemies you make, the more threats you get, the more people want to pull you down because people are your threats. Okay. So what do you need to do so that you can reduce the threats? Number one, limit the number of your threats and classify them accordingly. There are some friends who will always be with you when you are happy, when you are enjoying life, when you go up and down, singing, marrying, and so on. There are some kind of friends that are not. Classify them into that point. There are some friends who are afraid indeed is afraid indeed. People who can die with you. When you're in problems, they are there. When you're in troubles, they are there. When you're in threats, they are there. They stand with you. Classify them accordingly. And there are some friends who are just affectionate. They just feel happy when they see you. And they have no relationship with you. You don't eat together. You don't even go for a meal. They always feel that they are secure when they are with you. Classify them into that category. Meaning, the friends who are in need is afraid indeed. Your real friends, know them because they are very, very limited. They might not be more than 5, or they might not even reach 5. Those are your real friends, and those are people who can die with you. Those are people who can understand you. Those are the people who can fight for you. Those are the people who says, whatever it happens, I must stand with this person. Whatever it happens. They are very few. Because friends are highly distracted by the situations. And remember, friends are the ones who turn out to be enemies. You cannot have an enemy who was not your friend. Because your friend will know all what you desire, all what you plan, all what you think about. And this enemy, this friend can bring you down. Okay? Because he knows where he can get you. He knows what you do. He knows whatever you are doing. So you dine together with them and they will throw their foot against you. Okay? That's why Jesus was able to be captured because of the former friend called Judas Iscariot. He knew this is where this man goes to pray. He knew this is where this man sleeps. He knew this is where this man is taking the supper, the Passover rest. He knew everything concerning Jesus. In fact, he knew even the amount of money that they had because he was the treasurer in the gathering. And you cannot make somebody to be a treasurer of your organization if you don't trust that person, if you don't believe in him, if you don't, the treasurer is who carries the treasure of your activities is a person that you trust most. So Jesus had trusted this man with even whatever goes there into that basket. In fact, he was not even accounting for it. He was not even asking for it. Because he trusted this man, he was good. He could keep that treasure well. But remember, he is the one who betrayed Jesus. So the friend you're having today might be your enemy tomorrow to betray you. So it's a great threat that you have. Having friends is increasing the number of threats. The more friends you have, the higher rate of threats that you have. Okay? So reduce the number of friends that you have so that you can be able to keep some of your secrets. so that you can be able to limit them and know who really they are. Even if you remain with 2 or 3 friends and one of them turns against you, it means he's not going to make a lot of harm to you, because you are not going to reach to so many people. He has never seen you with a lot of people. He has never seen you with a lot of friends. But when you have more friends and one becomes a rotten tomato, he will go for the others. You understand? So the more number of friends that you have, the more degree of threats that you are creating in your life. Limit your friends. I will compare the number of friends with what we call marriage. Even outside of Christianity, in Islamic, you're only allowed to marry only 4 wives. Why are they limited to 4? In Christianity, there is 1. And in Sharia prophesied there will be 7 women. Why are they not 10? Okay. I'm not saying that Christians will come and marry 7 women. Don't take me for on that way, but I'm just talking. I'm just giving an example. Okay. Why this limited number? Because number 1, your services to your friends is very prior and very important. That's why in Christianity you want to remain with 1 wife, 1 husband, because you'll put all your energy into that person. You build that person into the kind of person that you want. You build that woman to the kind of wife that you desire. She'll build that husband, that man, into the kind of husband that you desire. Remember, what is a husband to one woman is not a husband to the other woman. The way one woman takes a husband to be is different from what the same man could have been taken by another woman to be a husband. Similarly, the same with men. The way, and that's how you see, there's some people who could get married, they divorce. After divorcing, the same woman gets married to another man, and she is treated like a queen, treated highly, because this man, he values her, he values that woman to the kind of wife that he wants. So he treats that woman the way he wants a wife to be. Okay? And the man is treated the same. Is treated different by another woman. So they are all different. Husbands are different. Wives are different. You get them differently. No wonder that's why those who are polygamous, they will tell you this wife is different from this. They're all their wives, but they are different from this other and this one. Because on what you have put, the input that you have put into them. The same with friends. There are some wives who will not respect their husbands. They have no category for, they have no audacity of respecting them, because whatever was planted in them is wrong. It doesn't bring up respect. And the others will respect their husbands, even they can even kneel down when they are tending them. Okay? Not because of culture, but because they feel they respect their husband, because the husband planted something into them and it has grown into a great kind of respect. Okay? You understand what I mean? So when you have a friend, minimize them so that you can put the best in them, and they can put the best in you. Okay? So take your stock, take your account, get an accountability. For example, you may have friends who knows where you stay and you don't know where they stay. They are not true friends. They're not true friends. They are hypocrites. Because a true friend will always want to know you and will always like you to know them. Okay? But those who do not want you to know where they stay, they're hypocrites. They're not friends. Those are the ones who classify that we eat together, we drink together, we marry together, and so that. When that ends, that's all. That's why so many people complain that when I had resources, I had a lot of friends. In quotes, I had a lot of friends. We could move from one area to another. We could go and celebrate here and there. But when I became poor, they are not there. They were not friends. They were merrymakers. So let us differentiate between the friends and merrymakers and also business partners, because there are some who are business partners. There are some who want just to work like business partners. They are there because of the kind of work that you are doing. They are there because of the kind of resources that you carry together. They are there because of what you are doing for them. Okay? Those are the kind of friends. But there are friends who are born, who are more important than even your brothers. They have been created by God to become so important that they want to know exactly what is happening with you. These are the real friends. They are not many, and you need to maintain them. Okay? I'm not saying the others you should not maintain them. Yeah, you should maintain them, but have a degree, have a level. Have a level, because when you have a level, you reduce your threats in life. You reduce your threats in life, and everything else will work effectively. Let us evaluate ourselves. Let's evaluate our activities. Let us evaluate on what we are doing with other people, and then we can value them in accordance to the valuation that they have put in their life. God bless you, and remember, you are important. You are so great. You are so powerful. You are you because God created you to be you. You are you. God created you to be you. You are unique. That uniqueness, that kind of uniqueness, that kind of wonderfulness that the Lord has created you, that kind of fearfulness that the Lord created you with, maintain it, because it is so much important. It is what makes you. It is what makes you to be who you are and to do what you do, and people to recognize you as the way you are. Remember, those who will understand who you are, they are very few, because they are real friends. God bless you. It's your host, Mary Joseph.